Welcome back, everybody.
Good afternoon, friends.
Joe here.
Kevin.
This is our last episode.
Yep, saying goodbye to what I think might be the greatest sitcom of all time. For these 3 seasons. At least the funniest. I do think this is the funniest show, start to finish, I've ever watched.
Totally
with some of my favorite episodes of sitcom television ever.
Stuff that I think about constantly.
So many great jokes.
I think we use the term masterpiece very loosely.
Yeah.
This is a masterpiece. It really is. I mean, it just from the writing, the acting. I mean,
right.
The way they structure the show is absurd. You know?
Yeah, I think if you talk about the greatest sitcoms of all time,
this should be on the list.
I think it's on the list, right? I think you do bring up stuff. Obviously, I Love Lucy,
yeah, the classics,
Seinfeld, Friends, Dick Van Dyke Show, whatever. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think
this has to be.
I think Arrested Development has to be very high on the list.
It just changed TV. I mean, like, because we've done several sitcoms on the channel before, and we've compared them to old shows.
Right.
I Love Lucy, Three's Company, whatever. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, when did that change? And I do think it's this show. I do think this show is kind of a turning point in television to show that you can do new things. You can play with the formula. You can put edgy material on network. You know what I mean?
Very edgy, right?
Yeah.
Jokes that you have to really pay attention to for not just through the whole episode,
it's
but
clever.
Through several episodes, through several seasons for the payoffs on some of them. Is this, I'm trying to think, is this like the first big serialized sitcom?
Well, I mean, you would think Seinfeld or Friends, but like
those aren't really serialized though. Those are ones you can jump in and watch an episode. I mean,
you're right.
There are
right.
ginslingers and stuff like that on those where you're like, okay, they're going to be dating this person for a while until the breakup, but ultimately by design, you're really close to when the episode ends. It's fairly close to where the episode started.
Each episode.
Yeah, there's like relationships that changed on Friends and the Ross and the Rachels and the babies and the whatever. But for the most part, you can jump in wherever.
I don't think you can jump into the show.
This show, you are lost. I think this is a truly serialized sitcom where it's like if you jump into an episode, you have really lost the thread.
A lot of the nuance.
If you skip an episode or two,
there's maybe 1 or 2 episodes that you can show somebody from the show and not have them be like, "What's going on?" Maybe 1 or 2.
Maybe, but
right?
if I was going to recommend the show to anybody, I wouldn't say watch the Franklin episode or
exactly.
watch this episode in season 2. I would say, like, if you want to watch Arrested Development, start season 1, episode 1, and pay attention.
Yeah.
Because the jokes are going to come so hard and so fast with so much nuance, you will miss stuff. Because even if you're paying attention, you'll miss stuff.
We're all guilty of like watching TV with our phones.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I guarantee you, I go home tonight, I edit, TV's on in the background. I'm not watching it, or I'm sitting there on my phone, and it's like, this show, it's like, no, you need full attention to it. And I think that like it's a great example of making the most of your time, because like there's so much stuff that we just eat and consume today, like that's like, okay, whatever, it's junk food for your brain.
Yeah,
this is not that.
No, this is peak.
Yeah.
I when I have a background show on, it has to be a show I've watched before.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because I will miss stuff that I shouldn't miss, or more likely, I'll be paying way too much attention to it. I get wrapped up in narratives really easy.
Me too. So I put like a movie on, like Heat or Goodfellas or something.
I have a hard time stopping watching shows, even if I'm not enjoying them, or a bad movie. I have a hard time turning off a bad movie if I don't know how the movie ends.
Like,
you know what I mean?
3 a.m.
Yeah, I know. It's like, this movie sucks so hard, but I have to know how it ends, you know?
I love it. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
for sure. All right. Again, beautiful show. Glad you've been here with us. We should go and get started on the season 3 finale here. We want to thank all of our Patreon subscribers for being here with us, and give a special thank you to AB, Actuarial Lurker, Balash Fuldes, Chris, Derek Peterson, MTC93, Jamie Morgan, Jeff, Christy Goverston, NJ Sudugunda Varapu, Torgeir Linkstad, Trey Contreras, Where Panda 47, Natasha Norris, and Yannick from Montreal. Thank you so much, friends. We've been super glad you've been here with us.
Yes, we are. And if you're watching us on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel. If you mind hitting the like button for us, please leave us a comment down below and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we've coming your way.
Link in the description below to our Patreon page. We're way ahead of everything there. You're going to have to sync and watch along on your own source material due to copyright law.
Yep.
This is Michael Bluth.
Like
right now, he's being honored by his family.
3 years ago, I made a choice.
He was
now
smiling
he'll
in the
have to
pilot.
stay with these people for a
that's good.
long time.
That's a good bookend.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning, he was smiling because he was leaving him. Now he's crying because he's staying with him.
Anything you want to see in this episode? Character?
Nope. Blow my mind. Just blow my mind.
Let's go for it. I just want Franklin, really.
Yeah, right.
Michael awoke to find his son in his bed.
Hey, are you scared of a monster?
It was the monster called Lust, to which he'd recently succumbed. And they both got some distressing news.
There you are, baby, coming out of your mother's third base.
You're not sleeping in here now.
Yeah, you think that's a bad idea?
What, I mean, so we could make out every night?
Is that not working?
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna go sleep with my
Yeah,
dad.
I'm gonna get my job back.
Pop is definitely innocent, huh?
No, not by a long shot, but they have dropped all the charges.
He's wearing the same pajamas, I think, in the picture on the desk.
Is he?
I think so.
This is gonna be great for us. So it's gonna give us a chance to spend some time together, you know? It's like, I don't even know what's going on in your life right now.
I've been wrestling with some pretty taboo. Here it is.
There it is, we're doing it, huh? Are you happy?
I'm really happy. Mine,
I always say this is the most important thing.
family.
Breakfast. Oh, wait.
I was gonna say breakfast, but
Yes!
And so the family gathered for a celebratory brunch.
Oh, my God. He's going to cut off his other hand.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I thought it was his real hand.
Yeah.
We need to finish the party we started 3 years ago. Finally name Michael CEO of a thriving company. Nothing can tear apart the Bluth family. In fact, I've already rented the same boat.
The ocean is my second biggest fear.
Good, don't come. I need to be rubbing elbows, not working your fork.
Oh, my God.
where is Joe?
Oh, who knows? I don't even know where he lives.
He doesn't live in Michael's? I've always pictured him in a lighthouse.
Yeah, where does Joe live? He was in the boat for a while.
Stan Sitwell's always had a wild hair to buy this business.
It's the only hair he's got.
Lindsay, you know, if we did sell, it would only mean like, what, $2 million each? $2 million! Sounds like a lot more than it actually is. You know, you've already spent $1,200 on eggs, and that would be it forever.
I, for one, will not go back to wondering whether there's going to be enough food on the table.
Oh, my God.
As the table cracks, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be 40 in 3 years, you know?
You know, being twins, our birthdays are pretty close to one another. Beautiful woman, any man would be lucky to have you.
Michael had given this speech many times to Lindsay.
Girls just grow faster than boys.
Dinner's ready. We're having Lindsay chops.
Oh my God.
Hey, Mikey.
Yes?
I think I'm gonna
I
guess
think that kid, the boy, was young Don Draper.
What
I
little
think so.
place in Cabo, Dad? Did you build yourself a little hideout in case you needed to escape?
Of course not.
It's the same house.
Plenty of money to be made from a business run honestly.
Oh, well, your mom's not going to allow for that.
Although they marketed the idea better, the frozen banana itself was the brainchild of a Korean immigrant
The guy was deported to Korea the next day.
where his
my
business
God.
never recovered.
Oh, God. On the DMZ.
Yeah.
She was behind it all?
She's the queen, Michael. She may appear all sweetness and light, but she has a way of controlling your behavior. And honestly,
He'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Oh, my God. Lady Macbeth.
She really is.
When he saw Job on a party boat of his own.
I want on.
C word.
Oh, my God.
Don't tell me how to flee, Michael.
What are you doing here?
I kind of live here.
That was my favorite bets in the show.
Yeah. Except this time it's not C-word, it's actually C-word.
Plan on using
God.
my Bluth company stock to pay for it.
Joe, you're gonna burn through this money and have nothing, all right? You give a man a fish, he'll eat for a night. If you teach a man to fish...
He'll want to use your yachts.
Well, you can't let Joe sell those shares.
What am I supposed to do? He won't give up the yacht.
How would it
What happened?
to lose the company to a man who
Risky
has no hair on his...
Couldn't see through the glasses, and I slid into the ladder.
Give Joe the boat.
And so Michael sold out just a little.
Fine, I will give him the yacht. Are you excited about the party?
I actually might even just skip that.
What are you talking about? To show them how close this family really is.
Oh, he shouldn't talk to him.
Sorry?
Me too.
What do you mean, son? You kissed?
I just feel like I can't be around her or Aunt Lindsay.
No, I remember their birth announcement like it was yesterday.
Oh no!
Oh, the blood.
My feelings are real, even if it was a mistake.
Well, obviously, acting on those feelings is not an option. How long has this been going on?
I don't know. 53 weeks.
53 weeks.
They're all running the show.
So Michael made another compromise of his values for the sake of the business.
Whatever happened to that Anne? You know, maybe you
her?
could bring her to the party.
And he got
Now he knows her name. Yeah.
I'm not gonna sell my 5%, even though you haven't made an offer.
His eyebrows.
Lucille actually gave you less than her natural children.
I hope that's not a crack about my hair color, lips, forehead, nose, and teeth. Wait a minute. You're saying I'm adopted?
I'm sorry, I thought you knew.
So they're not cousins.
Oh my God.
This is the happiest I've been since the day I got my new nose. I'm not a Bluth.
37 years ago, the Blues adopted you out from under us. So we said goodbye to you, our darling little 3-year-old.
So she's 40.
Hell! She's almost 40!
Please don't fire me.
Fire you? Are you kidding? I've already gotten 10 requests for the TV rights to your story. This is the biggest thing to happen since Uniprod hired that wee brain to run drama development.
Oh my God,
man.
Read a call back.
Yeah.
Are you aware that your daughter and my son have been getting physical? I mean, can you imagine anything more inappropriate? Hey, what?
I'm adopted.
Hey, Lindsay.
I'm 3 years older.
Hey, there must be some mistake.
No, Mom confirmed it.
Still brother and sister.
If I don't get divorced and remarried in the next month, I'm gonna sell those shares and I'm gonna cash out. So what do you say?
I'm just not that into older women.
His sister was adopted, and the next morning, he awoke to a worse surprise.
She wants out of this marriage, fine. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to sell the Bluth shares and move on.
Maybe I can fudge the books, get you a Bluth company salary, huh? Maybe call you an events coordinator?
Can we just lay here for a second while I think about it?
No. Oh, God.
I'll do it.
Her Uncle Paul told him that Anne had moved in with her boyfriend. George
I forgot that they were like a
Michael
religious
decided to seek
conspiracy
out his
theory
own
family.
creepy uncle.
He wanted to call her Nellie.
Of course. Lindsay is a Nellie from the photo.
Okay.
Why didn't you just tell people?
Adopting a child we didn't want just to stick it to a competitor? Oh, that'd make us look great.
Explains so much.
Yeah.
We loved her just as much as any of you normal kids. More than Job.
The big deal, Mom, is that the family is
Joe.
falling apart. I can't promise you that I can keep everyone together until the party.
They won't get their money until they sign a document at the party promising not to sell for 10 years.
I booked the perfect location and some wonderful performers for the party.
No.
We're having it at the Queen Mary, a chain of popular nightclubs. Although I haven't been to this particular location, it's on the Long Beach Harbor.
That's the shit.
Hot seat.
Like
Yeah.
hot sailors.
Yeah.
Me too.
He was going to say hot semen.
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? How'd you find me?
My dad said that
How'd
you
you
were
find
living
me?
down here with your girlfriend.
You know about her?
Who?
Anne.
What?
Oh, that's his religious
What?
girlfriend?
Job had
Her?
been dating Anne since he awarded her third place.
That's right. He said he always go for third place.
I'm 18 now, and besides, we really haven't even done anything.
Practically nothing.
Oh, my God.
Who needs a man?
And that's when George Michael became one.
Oh, yeah.
And so Michael accepted his congratulations, all the while looking
They
for
can't
his
get the rights
son.
to freedom, so they
Yeah.
Abe was trying to get the family to sign away the TV rights to their life stories. Lucille was trying to get signatures too.
Sign here.
Someone told me that is the only interaction they've ever had on the show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna marry Michael.
I saw that on
I
picture.
always saw him with a younger girl.
Not related.
Not related.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Kitty likes to scratch.
Oh, my God.
So gross. Oh, yeah.
And that's how Maybe found a way to get signatures
Yep.
on her release form.
Oh, that was a freebie.
Oh, my God. So no one's signing the release form.
I just want to say how much this family really means to me. Father has always been there for me.
He's a great man.
Is that Oscar?
I wonder.
He said he was
Is
trying
it?
to find his uncle.
I guess so, yeah.
My sister, Lindsay, yes, she is my sister, no matter what any piece of paper says.
The hot cops are there as sailors.
And that's when Michael finally cried.
Today looks like I succeeded.
It wasn't exactly a turn on.
Looks like George Michael got his mom back today, huh?
Yeah, well, where's George Michael, by the way?
He came by the yacht, gave me this shiner because of who I'm dating.
Who are you dating?
Anne.
Her?
Yeah.
George Michael took off in Job's yacht. I gotta go find him.
Well, you can't go now. That's not going to look good in front of the investors.
It was at that moment that Michael realized
Yeah.
how much he'd sold out.
That's who you're putting in charge?
I've made a huge mistake.
Oh, my God.
Will you take the company for 20% above market? 15, and I'll throw in Nellie.
She's 40.
12.
Are those police boats?
Oh my God, it's the SEC.
They still have boats?
This is why they dropped those other charges. You gave me up, George.
George, I'm not George.
Stupid. Oscar, when are you gonna learn there's no such thing as free shrimp?
Well, I know it was someone in this family.
Someone who used to be.
Oh,
Anyang.
yeah, that's right. He was in the wall.
My real name is Hello.
Oh, my God.
Anna, my grandfather vowed one day he
Oh!
would get even for banana sand you stole
Oh,
from
my
him.
God.
True. Lucille was not going peacefully.
George Michael, what are you doing? Where are you going?
I can't stay here. Anne's moved on. Maybe he's my cousin.
Aunt Lindsay was adopted. She might not be a blood relative, but she is still family.
It was his mother, who moments earlier had taken control of another queen. And
oh no!
Gangi's trying to make a break for it.
Well, I guess we should go back. Family sticks together, huh?
Yeah. On the other hand,
Bye.
Bye.
to keep themselves all together for a while.
Fair.
Yeah.
Totally fair. Okay.
Michael wakes up to another strange bedfellow after
Oh,
his first
of
night at
course.
sea. Hollywood icon who says,
No,
What?
I don't see it as a series.
That's awesome.
That's funny. Maybe a movie. Well, it never happened.
You never.
Man, I'm just sad now.
Yeah, they bookended that so well,
They
though.
really did. I'm glad we actually got to see Ron Howard.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah, it's just a nice
the
little
narrator
touch.
shows up.
Nice little touch.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh man, I am curious to see what the Netflix series looks like.
I'm sure I'll check it out at some point.
too.
I've just been told by a lot of people it's a big
not as-
disappointment. It's not as good. There are funny episodes, there are funny moments, but it does kind of drag your overall appreciation for the show down,
That's what
which
I've
I
heard.
definitely don't want.
That's what I've heard, and we're not
Right.
blaming anybody. I
No,
know
no,
we
no.
caught some flack for that last time. I'm sure many people worked hard on it.
Right.
I think these first 3 seasons have been perfect.
You're
You know
right.
what I mean?
They just waited too long.
Yeah.
Everyone was too busy. They couldn't get the cast all together.
It's kind of like Dumb and Dumber 2. Remember they did that one?
Yeah, I never saw it.
It's don't do it. 20 years later, it's like yeah. But
Sure.
this was fantastic. I
Yeah,
mean,
this was a perfect run of a show. It sucks that it was only 3 seasons.
yeah.
It was just too far ahead of its time.
We got some crazy revelations this episode.
Yeah.
And also, Lucille deserves to go to jail.
Yeah, I'm sure that's how it ends. Is she's the one in jail? Moving forward.
Nice touch.
Yeah, it is a nice touch.
Really nice touch. And of course it was Oscar. Why didn't we see that coming? We haven't seen Oscar
Well,
in so long.
he mentioned he was someone said looking for my uncle or something like that in there. So there was a hint that Oscar was coming, and then when he got on the boat, it's like I think that's Oscar.
Also, On Young being in the wall.
Yeah,
Forgot about
I
that.
totally spaced that out.
Totally
I forgot
about that.
yeah.
I thought it was like a throwaway thing for a second, but
Yeah.
of course on this show,
Nothing's a throwaway thing. Yeah.
His name is Hello.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, this was rock solid all the way through.
All the way through, man.
This is a show I'm gonna binge. Now
I'm gonna
that
watch
I'm
it
done
through
with it, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna catch a million more jokes than I did before. I've edited several episodes of this show. It's still funny when I go back and edit it.
And that's probably when you catch most things too.
You catch a lot of things right when you go back and edit it. The jumping the shark.
The
Henry Winkler jumping the shark. There's so many of the dirtier jokes. It's like,
and I'm surprised they were done with him.
Yeah.
I could have sworn he'd be back, but no.
He might have had a different thing come up.
Sure.
I doubt that Ron Howard's like, I don't want to work with Henry Winkler anymore.
Right. Yeah. It's just that there's so many moments in the show that I'm gonna think about forever, and I'm gonna binge this show constantly. It'll be on while I'm editing. I can say
Yeah.
how much.
Oh yeah.
I'll definitely have it on the background.
Well, they even had some of the same old lines in this one, right? I've made a huge mistake.
Her. I'm glad Anne came back. Egg.
Yeah. It's so funny. They never showed Job's religious girlfriend. They never put it together that it might have been Anne because that's just so wild.
I never thought that. Yeah.
Well, I remember in the pageant episode, I said, is Job going to hit on Anne now? Because
you did.
Because he said third place girl's always the one you go for, and she got third. So I says, is Job going to hit on Anne now? And then it was just gone.
What a perfect bit.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Paid
so
that
funny.
off way down the road so
funny.
well, yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, you just blew my mind a little bit there.
Yeah.
You did say that.
Yeah.
Her. Oh my gosh. The Holy Trinity.
Yeah.
You down? That Job appropriately creepy. Of course he's the one to hit on Lindsay. Of course he's the one.
Right.
There's just so many moments in the show. I still think about Uncle Jack all the time.
Uncle Jack,
Spook
you're
me.
right. I just remember the first time that Job saw that George Michael was dating Anne, and his line was, "What is she, funny or something?"
Yeah. What is she?
So
funny?
good.
Something was great.
Oh my God! Just every beat on this show was done so well.
I like the episode with Anne's parents.
That was the Franklin episode.
That was the Franklin episode.
Meet the Veals. Yeah.
That's.
Well, yeah, you got to lock that down. It was Ione Skye, who looked great, by the way, on that episode.
She did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there on the balcony. Should I take Michael? Oh man,
show me your secular ways or whatever it was.
Secular ways.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start the show over again. We're just
Right.
gonna do second time reaction.
Right. Second time watching. Thanks for being here with us, guys.
We really appreciate all of you.
Yep, very much so. We love this. I will always love this show. We will see you with a new show next week.
See ya.